Hey, what's good, y'all? This is Ryan Jackson from Ryan Jackson LLC. Hope y'all are continuing to have a great and wonderful day. Um, Topic that I was going to talk about last week. Didn't have a chance to do it, but last week, Dr. Cornel West, many of us know this brother, he announced that he's running for the presidency next year, 2024 presidential election, or like I like to call it, presidential selection. He's running as a third party candidate for the People's Party. Dr. West has been well known. Those of you who watch Real Time with Bill Maher, he's been on that show many, 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 many times. Um, brother, so Cornel West, it's like he's he has independent ideas. He has socialist ideas. That's what I like to say because he's a huge supporter of Bernie Sanders. Huge supporter of Bernie Sanders. Oh, Bernie Sanders doesn't support Black people getting reparations. Just want to throw that out there so you know. He doesn't support it, but he wants Black people to vote for him, or he did when he ran. But he doesn't support reparations or us getting reparations. It was okay for Jewish people to get reparations, but not us. And Big Mike is his biggest cheerleader. Those of us who know the rapper Big Mike out of Atlanta, he's a big, big, big cheerleader for Bernie Sanders. But in any event, back to Dr. West. He's running for president next year's presidential selection, running as a third party candidate for the People's Party. And he has a lot of socialist ideas. I believe Dr. West, he means well, but I'm not on board with this. I'm not going to vote for him, but that's just me. I'm not going to vote for Dr. West because I don't feel that he's B1. I don't feel that like he was asked. Someone asked him about reparations. I posted this video on my timeline. They asked him about reparations, and he said, "Or should Black people receive reparations?" And he said, I would like to know if people know the history behind it of this country. And I kept playing that video, and I'm like, you're dancing around the question, man. You're not answering the question. Do you feel Black people should get reparations? Yes or no? Simple as that. And then explain why you do or why you don't believe it. But just to dance around it, it's like, come on. But I did some further investigating and I found out that or I already knew that I know his current wife is white, but I didn't know that his previous five wives were white. I think he's on wife number six now. And all his previous wives have been white women, which, okay, whatever. But and I posted this last week on my timeline. It's hard as a Black man, it's hard to talk Black and sleep white. I'm going to repeat that again. As a Black man who's running for president of these United States, it's hard to talk Black and sleep white. It is. It is. Could you imagine if President Obama was married to a white woman? Do y'all think he would have been president? I'm just going to throw that out there. Do you think that Obama would have been president if Michelle was white, if he had biracial children? I'm just saying. For those of you who say it don't matter, y'all are full of it because it does matter. Because if Obama was married to a white woman, sisters would have lost their minds He married to a white girl. And yeah, yeah. He not married to a sister. He don't think black women good enough. Yada yada, this and that, this and that. Brothers would have been saying something too. Oh, how you gonna talk to us? The Negro married to a white woman. So it does matter because in the black community it matters. It may not matter anywhere else. Well, it actually do matter in the white community because they're gonna be looking at it too, scratching their heads like, okay, so where do you stand? What side are you on? Our side or their side? And black people would would be doing the same thing. What side are you on? So it does matter. It matters completely. But like I said, um, Dr. West has announced this candidacy, announced the fact that he's running next year. I don't think he's going to win. That's just my opinion. He's 70 years old, so he's not that young. He's younger than President Quaker Oats, yes, but he's not that young. He's 70, and 70 is pretty old. But it's like, man, damn, man. I'm like, can we get somebody from our generation to run for president? Someone who was born in the 1970s, the early 80s, the 1970s, late 60s, someone from Generation X. We got all these old people, 77, 78, 81. Joe Biden be 81 in November and he's going to run for re-election. How insane is that? So by the time he got to office, he'd be 85 years old? Come on. Trump talking about running. He'll be 77. All these old white people or old people. Get somebody who's in their 50s, their early 50s, in their 40s, someone from Generation X, someone born like 1965 through 1982, or 65 to 1980. That's Generation X. 65 to 1980. But someone that's in their early 40s or mid 50s, because this is just crazy, man. These old dinosaurs sit up here. When you in your 70s and 80s, you should just be worried about, I don't know. You should be taking it easy, watching The Price is Right, going to the mall at 9 o'clock in the morning, walking around when they open up the mall, or something like that. Going fishing, going on vacation, just relaxing, enjoying your latter years. Enjoying your latter years. Why do you want to run for the worst job in the world, the most stressful job in the world when you in your 70s and 80s? It makes no sense, but that's that power. That power. That's that power is tricking you because you think because you have that power when you're that old that you can handle it. But that's just Satan just playing with your mind. Anyway, I'm gonna tell you a little things about Dr. West here. So back in '92, there was a panel that Phil Donahue did, and shout out to Phil Donahue for this. You know, we need more like him, more white men like him. Phil Donahue may not have agreed with Dr. Khalid Muhammad, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, Sister Soldier, whomever, Alan Keyes, but he gave them a platform to voice their opinions and their views. He was at least respectful enough to give them that platform on his or to provide a space for them on his platform for those who agree with him and to have dialogue with those who disagree with them. So at least he was respectful in that sense. And I respect Donahue, Phil Donahue, for that because he didn't have to do that. And I believe he was the only one at that time doing it and still is. He gave a platform to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, um, brother Dr. Khalid Muhammad, the late great Dr. Khalid Muhammad, and Sister Soldier. He brought them on his platform, and so they could express their views to the public. And I love that. But in any event, in 92, there was a big old panel. Sister Soldier was on it, and so was Dr. Cornel West. This was back in 92. I believe it was after the riots in LA. And Sister Soldier just was like, yo, we don't need to be integrating with people who don't accept us. We need to do for ourselves. We need to talk to our young people. We can't rely on white people in the Senate or white politicians to do the job for us. We can't partner with them. We need to go out in the communities and do it ourselves. And Dr. West, well, sister, we can't. We gotta, we gotta partner with people who don't look like us and to help us. And she's like, no, we don't. I'm just paraphrasing, but she just shut him down. She's like, no, we don't. And I posted a video on my timeline on Facebook a few days ago. You can check it out if you follow me. But she was like, no, we don't. Oh, and I posted it on Twitter too. So if you follow me on Facebook or Twitter, check it out. But she pretty much just shut him down. She's like, no, we don't. No, we don't. What you're saying is nonsense. No, we don't. And she stood her ground with him. Shout out to Sister Soldier, man. Shout out to this sister. We need more like her. God, we need more like her. Oh my God. Where is she at? Where? We need more like her. We do. We have them in the NOI, but they're not given a platform like how Sister Soldier was 30 years ago. But they're out there. I just wish they were given a platform now. But shout out to her for standing her ground, with Dr. West. And it was just great, man. It was just great to see this sister just, you know, going at him. But he still is on that saying he still has that stance now that he did 31 years ago. And like I said, he won't be receiving my vote. I'm not voting. I'm voting for black people. Like Dr. Boyce Watkins said, that's who I'm voting for. I'm voting for us, for black people. B1, not B3, B4, B7, B8. No, B1. B1. All day, every day. So Dr. West, he's an outspoken voice in left-wing politics in the United States. He has held professorships and fellowships at Harvard, Yale, Union Theology, excuse me, Union Theological Seminary, Princeton University, Dartmouth, Pepperdine, and University of Paris. He is a frequent commenter on politics and social questions in many media outlets. I know he was very critical of the Obama administration, and I have to give Dr. West his due on that. I got to give him his props on that. I applaud him for being critical of Obama because he said Obama should have did more for black people, and he should have. And I can't argue with that at all. He was very critical of the Obama administration, and he took a lot of heat from that, from people like Steve Harvey and what so have you. But so what? Dr. West was right. Him and Tavis Smiley was right for being critical of Obama. And Tavis Smiley, he took criticism too. But so what? Y'all was just so enamored by Obama And I get it. I was too. But we all were so enamored about Obama that we couldn't see reality. We couldn't see it. We were so happy that a black man got into the White House that we didn't see what was going on over here. He bombing Africa. He, having Muammar Gaddafi killed, taking Libya's resources. Oh, we got a black president, y'all. But meanwhile, he's doing this, and he's hiding his hand. But he's showing you, hey, I'm for y'all. I'm a black face. He's giving you that illusion. That's what the Obama administration gave you. It was a big illusion. And we saw it after the fact, me included. His second term, we started to see it too, especially during the latter years of his second term, because that's when you had the riots in Ferguson when Michael Brown got shot. Sandra Bland, Eric Gardner, Philando Castile. That's when all these police executions started happening, was under Obama's second term in the latter years. The Flint water crisis. It's like, come on, man. The non-parishioners who were senselessly murdered by a terrorist skunk in Charleston, South Carolina. That happened during Obama's second term. Matter of fact, that happened the week that he signed the equality bill for gay marriage for the LGBTQ community. They dubbed him the first gay president. It's on Newsweek. Look up Newsweek. It's a rainbow around his head, the rainbow colors, and they said the first gay president. It's on the cover of Newsweek. I believe it was June of 2015. Look it up. But he did everything for other groups of people, but the people who put him in office, he didn't do anything for them. Black people to this day still love Obama. Many of us do. Till this day, we love Barack Obama. And if you do, that's your right. But he didn't do anything for black people. Let's just tell the truth. He did nothing for us. And there are those that argue, well, he couldn't do nothing for black people because he had this, he had to take care of the country. Okay, but he wanted me to vote for him. You do know that politics is quid pro quo, right? Something for something. You scratch my back, I scratch your back. Quid pro quo. Something for something. Reciprocity. That's what politics is all about. You reciprocate the favors. Quid pro quo. Dr. Claude Anderson explained this in his book, Powernomics. Great read. Check it out. In any event, Dr. West is an activist. He has spoken, excuse me, get some water. Hit that thumbs up button, thumbs up button, smash it down. Hit the subscribe button so you get notifications on new videos on here. Get another swig of water. Had to clear the throat. But he has spoken out against white supremacy, against oppression, identity, meaning, and self-worth. So, like I said, he spoke out against the police killings of Michael Brown, the riots in Ferguson, and he had a documentary film called Bars for Justice, #Bars for Justice, and it included footage of West demonstrating and being arrested in Ferguson. So he's been active on that, showed his activism against police executions, unjustifiable police executions, white supremacy, and his view on the September 11th attacks. So, oh, he was involved in the Million Man March and Russell Simmons Hip Hop Summit, and he has worked with the minister, and actually has been on platforms with the minister. Have to mention that too. And he was an advisor for Al Sharpton's 2004 presidential campaign. Many of y'all who don't remember or who may not have known that in 2004, Al Sharpton ran for president, and but that didn't really go anywhere either. But I don't think, like I said, you can't talk black and sleep white. Cornel West has said he has done the things. Yes, he called out Jay Z on when they were building the Barclays Arena in Brooklyn or something with the Brooklyn Nets. Oh, that's what it was. He called out Jay Z on the deal with that he partnering with the owner of the Brooklyn Nets. That's what it was. Partnering with the Brooklyn Nets when he um, became one of the owners of the Brooklyn Nets. He called Jay Z out on that. He said, "Why don't you use your platform to do something for the black people of Brooklyn instead of partnering with this man that's the owner?" So he did call out Jay Z. He called out President Obama. So he has said some good things. He has done some good. He has done good things. But again, you cannot talk black and sleep white when you're running for president. His views on reparations, you know, that tells me a lot that he really isn't for reparations. He does he reminds me of kind of another Bernie Sanders, so to speak, where they may mean well, but in the end, it doesn't do us any good. It doesn't do us any good. That's the way I feel about Cornel West, Dr. Cornel West. You know, I respect the fact that, he's a doctor. I agree with some of his views. I really do. I agree with some of his views. But I don't think that he has the best interest of the black community at heart. I believe he's inclusionary. Let's include this, the LGBTQ, and nothing against them, but and immigrants, illegal immigration. So, like I said, I don't have hatred for them, but illegal immigration hurts black people the most. Look at what's going on in Chicago. Look at what's going on in New York. Eric Adams, the mayor of New York. Now get this. Eric Adams, the mayor of New York, wants people are encouraging the citizens to allow illegal immigrants, illegal migrants to move into their homes. I'm not making this up. He's encouraging New Yorkers to house illegal migrants. We don't know if these people have diseases. We don't know if these people are criminals in their homeland and they're escaping extradition. They're hiding out here in America. We don't know if they're pedophiles, rapists, murderers, thieves, diseases. They may have a disease. And this is not all illegal migrants, but many of them do. Many of them are criminals. Many of them have diseases. I'm just keeping it a buck, just being real. There's no hate here. I'm just being honest. These people have to be vetted. They have to be vetted. You cannot allow people to come into your home that you do not know. You hell, many of y'all wouldn't allow your family members to live with you, and you know a lot of them. You grew up with them, but you should allow an illegal migrant from God knows where to move into your home, from God knows where, no telling what they've done in their past to move into your home. You don't know if they're gonna kill you and your family. You don't know if they're gonna rape your kids, if they're pedophiles, if they're thieves. You lay your car keys down, your car could be gone when you wake up, along with some possessions. You don't know if these people have diseases that are contagious. You don't know. They have to be properly vetted. And they're moving them into black neighborhoods in Chicago on the south side. They closed the school on the south side of Chicago, and they're giving it to the illegal migrants for like I don't know, it feels like they turned into an apartment building or some kind of center or something. But the people in the neighborhood was like, that building that's in our neighborhood, we should have have say as to what happens there because we pay taxes. We should have a say about what happened to this building. It's documented. Dr. Claude Anderson spoke about this in Black Labor, White Wealth, and again in Powernomics. How illegal migration hurts Black people the most. But this is the thing that Dr. West is gonna, you know, he's gonna champion is illegal migration, LGBTQ, their agenda, you know, because he don't want to upset the apple cart and he wants to support. But you got to stand on the truth, damn it. You got to stand on the truth. You can't compromise your beliefs. If that's what you believe, then so be it. If that's what you believe and you feel that you have to say these things or champion these beliefs to become, you know, to get elected to the Oval Office, then more power to you. But it does us no good for Dr. West to run for office. It's not a win for us. Like it's not a win for us that Tyler Perry is now stands to be the owner of BET. That's not a win for us. Dr. West running for president is not a win for us. Another black face. Alan Keyes ran for president. Herman Cain ran for president. Al Sharpton ran for president. Jesse Jackson ran for president. Barack Obama ran for president and was elected. Did 2 terms. And if that wasn't a win for black people, what make you think this is? Barack Obama was in the office, the Oval Office, for 8 years, and not one of those years did he do anything for black people. So what makes you think that Dr. West running for president is a win for black people, or that he's going to do something for us? Dr. Claude Anderson said it best. We majoring in the minors. We love symbolism. And that's all this is. Like I said, no disrespect to Dr. West. There are things that I agree with him on, and there are a lot of things that I disagree with him on. Great man, great doctor. I definitely agree with him with calling out Barack Obama and Jay-Z. Definitely agree with him on that. Kudos. But again, his running is not a win for us because you cannot talk black and sleep white. You cannot do it. And that's my stance on that. Hit that thumbs up button, smash that thumbs up button down, hit that subscribe button so you get notifications of when I do videos on here. In the event, let me know what you think. Like I said, drop your comments. We can agree to disagree without being disagreeable, particularly on topics such as this, especially on a topic such as this. If you feel though that you want to vote for Dr. West, if that's your guy, then yeah, that's your right. I'm not telling no one not to vote for him. I don't have that right. I don't have that right. I'm just saying how my opinion on it and how I feel, and that he won't be receiving my vote. Neither will Trump. Neither will Biden or whomever. I'm voting for black people. I'm voting for people who are B1, and that's all of y'all. Whomever is B1, you have my support. Hit that thumbs up button, smash it down. Hit the subscribe button so you get notifications on the new videos on here. I'm gonna hop off of here, y'all. Y'all have a blessed and wonderful day. Take care. Be safe out here, whether you're running errands, going to work, whatever you may be doing, picking your kids up from, our school is out in most places. Um, well, pretty much everywhere, I will assume. Whether you're taking your kids to the movies, whatever you may be doing, whatever it is, be safe. Be safe. There used to be a time you could go anywhere and you didn't have to worry about, about some harm coming to you. Those days are over with, done with. Be aware, be aware. Beware and be aware of your surroundings. Now so more than ever. Brothers as well as sisters, be safe. Beware and be aware. Take care of yourselves and each other. And I love y'all. I love y'all dearly. Thank y'all for y'all support. Again, we don't have to agree, but let's disagree. Let's agree to disagree without being disagreeable. All right, y'all. Till next time, I love y'all. Peace and blessings. I'm out.